I watched a film on Valentine's Day which was Stuck in Love. I'm not exactly sure what I thought of the film because I wasn't paying very much attention. But there was one thing in it which I wanted to talk about, I guess. There's this couple in the film, this woman here, and this, and pointed it completely the wrong space. Okay. This woman and this man, they were a couple, but they've broken up. And they had children together, but they've broken up, and he says he's going to wait for her. And so he lays a place for her at the table whenever he's having a meal with his family. And she says at one point that this is not good to her because her children are seeing their father lay a place for her at the table all the time, and then she just never accepts that place. You know, she's moved on to another guy and so forth and got a new life building over there, and he's still waiting for her and laying a place. And he does that for 4 years. He's laying a place for her at the table. I was thinking that's one of those situations, I suppose, which some people would find cute and loyal, that he continued to wait for her and continued to set a place and so forth for 4 years. And some people would find it like creepy and stalkerish, I guess, that he was continuing to do that. And I guess it depends on your perspective and whether or not you like the person and whether or not you like intensity, really. Because if she had really, really hated him and he was doing that, she'd think, oh, why is this guy doing that? You know, why is he continuing to bother me with this 4 years later? But if she likes him, then she'd be like, oh, he's still waiting. That's good of him. And she'd be thinking, oh, so he really cares because he's still waiting. So it depends on whether or not her perspective of how she views what he's doing. And I think it also depends on whether or not she likes intensity, because some people have relationships where they sort of, I guess, coexist and have two independent lives that just overlap a bit in relationships. You know, like they have their own separate stuff and they keep it that way, and they just, you know. And some people like lots of overlap in their lives when they're in a relationship, and they like to be together all the time and always be doing things and be like connected. You know, different couples like different things in those circumstances. I think in films a lot of these type of situations happen, like in Elizabethtown. I think that's the title of the film. Elizabethtown, I remember there was a couple where they met and they exchanged numbers, and then they ended up being on the phone for 24 hours or something like that, which was a fun concept. And I think there was a film, maybe The Notebook. I don't know. It's a fairly famous film anyway, where the guy says he wrote to her every day for a year and stuff like that. And that sort of thing happens in films generally. You don't much hear of it in real life. But someone I work with said that if their boyfriend, say, wrote them a poem or something, they wouldn't like it. They would think that they were dating a bit of a pussy. That was the words that they used, by the way. This is a direct quote just then. It's not language I would have put to it, but that would be their perspective of it, because they wouldn't want him to do things like that, and they would think it was a bit weird and blah 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 blah. But other people in relationships would like gestures and and stuff like that. You know, they would like things to, you know, they would like to like probably, you know, be feeling it, I guess, you know. I think I have heard of couples and stuff though in real life whereby, especially if they live near each other or something, when they start going out, they just start spending all of their time together, and that sort of works for them. I'm not sure if I should take this in a personal direction now or not. Contemplate. I don't want to.